Blech. Oh, hi. How's it going? I'm just getting the tablet going here. There. I think I finally figured it out, how to get into the chat part of the chat. So, now where am I going to put it? I'll put it on the coffee. That works. I have a big, here, I'll show you. I have a big can of Hugga Maxwell House, which makes for a nice stand for the tablet. Just put this over here. Alrighty. So today we are short on funds. So I was trying to see what I could make for under $20. And, well, looks like I could make a big batch of breakfast hash because these potatoes were on sale. A 5-pound bag for they're like smaller, like half-size russet potatoes. On sale for $2. Got some lean ground beef, flat rate, $7.50. We got 0.466 kilograms here. Already had some onions in the fridge. And this nice bag of, what is it, seven peppers are on sale for $6. So all told, $15. Got enough to make a huge batch of breakfast hash. And I still have a few more potatoes left over. Now we're not gonna make all the potatoes. I think we're gonna cut up the peppers and the onions, put them in the big Halloween bowl here, and then we'll see how much that makes, and then we'll just keep cutting potatoes until it looks like a good kind of mix. And then there we go. So we're going to be chopping a lot of vegetables, which any of you who watch my other cooking streams will know is going to take forever. So settle in. We'll be here for a while. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is, just because I have so many like veggies to chop up and clean and such, we're going to use the other Halloween bucket here for the innards. It's just easier than going back and forth between here and the garbage. So there we go. And we'll do the potatoes. We'll do the potatoes after. I'm just going to move them out of the way for now. So this is from locally grown BC Roasters. Yeah. So you can, I like russets because there's just so much you can do with them. You can bake them. You can make a nice tasty breakfast hash with them. You can make fries. You can peel them and make mashed potatoes. Whatever you like. All kinds of good stuff. So as always, we're hoping to make a dent in the donation goal wherever it is on the screen. Trying to do like smaller weekly goals lately in the hopes that we'll be hitting the goals a little more consistently, and then you know, I can feed the family some more. So I guess we'll do the meat after. We'll do it a little later. So normally when I do the breakfast hash, I put the meat, like I pre-cook the meat, and then I put some of the meat in with the leftovers, portioning it off for meal prep. This time I don't think we're going to do that, because one thing I've noticed is when you do that, I mean the meat's already pre-cooked, and it takes a while when you're frying up a batch of the hash to eat. It takes a while for it to finish and be all crispy and good and stuff. So I find what ends up happening is the meat tends to get overcooked. So I think what we're going to do is just keep the meat separate in this case. and we'll just kind of throw it in with the hash whenever we eat it. So, but we'll still cook it and we'll season it obviously and stuff like that. And you might wonder, well, why don't you just put it in raw since it takes so long? Yeah, I guess you could do that. The problem is, like, raw ground meat is kind of sticky, and I don't know. It just doesn't like mix well in with it when it's raw. So we're just gonna keep it separate, and that's fine. All right, so let's wash our peppers. Actually, got a pretty good deal on these peppers. Usually there's, I think, 6, but mind you, these aren't huge. Like they're not massive. They look like hot peppers. They're not. They're actually just sweet bell peppers, or capsicum, as they are called in some parts of the world. So let's do, we'll do the onions first, because they're easier to do. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to sort of get everything prepped here for the all the chopping and cutting and stuff. Here, I'll move you guys over a little bit so you can see a little better. I should probably give this a little sharpen here. I suck at sharpening too. Always give the knife a rinse after sharpening, just to get off all the little metal particles. You don't want to eat those. Not good for you. Slice up your insides. Just taking off the 2 ends there. That piece of music that I often use for these when I'm doing sort of a dedicated cooking stream is a selection from the YouTube audio library. I don't recall off the top of my head. It's called A Night Alone, I think. Hence why it's such a cheerful little ditty. I love spending time by myself. I love it. It's just the onions. Shut up. Alright. Hey, Wolfden's here. And Jet Blast, how's it going? Says was spending the evening with the wife last night. Missed your YouTube live stream last night. Did end up watching the recording today. Excellent. Yeah. We had a pretty chill stream on the YouTubes yesterday. And we came back here and on Twitch and did some editing. Actually did quite a lot of editing. 8 playthrough done. Y'all will be seeing that on YouTube around Halloween 2023.
JetBlast68 donated $25. Food. I'll start making that dent in the donation goal.
If it's before that date, well, keep waiting. But yeah, kind of going like gangbusters, piecing that together. It's coming along quite nicely. I think after the cooking segment tonight, we'll probably carry on with that. Get a little bit more done. Alright, I think that's pretty good. We'll just a little janky bit there. Alright, good. Now, peppers. We'll just get them cleaned here first, and then we'll start chopping everything up. Should be good. So we got 4 red peppers in this batch, 2 yellow and 1 orange. I thought I was at my limit for my budget, so I didn't grab any green ones. Normally I like to have a couple of each, but yeah, these sort of pre-packaged things of peppers are often the way I go. I mean, normally, ideally, you just want to kind of go through the bins of peppers and get the best ones, but I just find that the value of getting the packages, especially when they're on sale like they were today, just can't be beat. So, it's good stuff. It's unfortunate. I do like to have the green peppers in the mix because they have such a nice flavor to them. You can hear some bits rattling around in there. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, the heart of the pepper, which actually kind of looks like a miniature pepper. That's okay. So I found like sort of an easier way to cut these is to just kind of cut them in half, and then you can pull the bits out fairly easily. Like that. See? A little easier than how I used to do it, where I would cut inside to try to pull the core out, and it's just a pain in the ass. So this way is a little simpler. I think someone may have taught me how to do that, but it's someone I don't like talking about anymore, so we'll just leave that as is. You guys want to get a little closer to the action here? Hold on a second. Let me get you a little closer. Get a little closer with Big Red. Let me see here. Angle this way. There. That looks a little better. Hey, Jet Blast. Thank you so much for the 25 bucks. I appreciate that. Does that show up? Oh, it does. It does show up. Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Knocking out that dono goal a few bucks at a time. Let's keep that magic going, guys. So we want to have a better month this month than we did last month. Halloween was a little depressing, to be perfectly honest. You may notice I didn't do a lot of videos last month. Well, that's because it was depressing. So here's hoping for a better November. Jet Blast. I love how proper Brian sounds, eh? Some of the white bits there. Okay. Let's get all these done. Potatoes will probably take the longest to cut up because we want to do a lot of them, right? So I do have a little bit of money coming tomorrow, so hoping to do at least a moderate grocery shop. see if there's any roasts on sale or anything like that. So really this hash is just to kind of last us the night. But I figure we got enough here that we can make a fair amount of it. So might as well just make a big batch, you know, and then we got a whole bunch. Rosie isn't wild about the breakfast hash, but I like it. She was complaining earlier that that's what I got, and it's like, well, that's all we could really afford. I wanted to get something that, you know, would last us a bit. She said, but I don't want to live on breakfast hash for a month. And it's like, well, you won't. It's just like for today and part of tomorrow, you'll be fine. And I said, but what are you complaining about? It's all things that you like. And she says, yes, I like all of those things separately. Okay, well, then make your own food. Rosie is gainfully employed now, again. Hopefully this one lasts a little longer. She kind of got screwed over her last two jobs, so this one sounds pretty good though. So, yeah, so I mean, she'll be able to, if she doesn't like what Daddy's making, she can get her own food, you know. Freedom, right? It's always nice. And she'll have all these Cooking with Z episodes to watch to learn how to cook all the things that Daddy makes. Hey, how's it going, Morgan? Here to cringe at my slowest sous chefing in the universe. Morgan is a professionally trained chef. He posts some pretty sexy food items in our Discord, in the food board. We have a food channel there called the Food Court, and where people post any kind of food related stuff. Usually food porn. It's like, look at the delicious thing I'm eating that you're not. But and other times it's, you know, you could post recipes in there, which people do from time to time, or any food related memes, just, you know, funny stuff about food. So, you fucking donkey, pick it up. Didn't season 20 of Hell's Kitchen just start? Speaking of which, last I was watching, I was in the middle of season 10, I think. So I've got a bit of catching up to do. There we go. Gotta love some Gordon Ramsay. Always good for a larf. I should get back to that one of these days. I was enjoying that. By the way, Sean, you have a package coming from Real-Time Pictures. Ooh, a couple of titles they'll soon be running out of. Ooh, sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really enjoy those. The I'm assuming more of the interview stuff. Very good. I enjoy those quite a bit. Alright, so those are all good to go. Got all our innards there. I'm just going to set this aside somewhere. Put it over here for now. Now, let's actually cut everything up. And we'll be all good to go. So basically just want to dice everything here. I almost wonder if I want to do a third onion. I might do a third onion. I hate it when it goes on the floor. Don't go on the floor. The floor is dirty and hairy. There, is that painfully slow enough for you? piece. My foot is driving me nuts, so I'm just going to rinse it off and add it to the mix. Between getting Christmas, yes, Doctor Who was excellent. No, I really appreciate that, dude. I mean, if funds permitted, I would ideally want to get the entire damn collection because they're just so interesting. But alas, I am not made of unlimited money. So I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much, dude. I've always really liked their stuff. I did watch a few of them back in the early days of the internet, I think. There was a few on torrent sites and whatnot that I saw. But it's nice to have official releases of them, you know. That's where Nick Briggs kind of got his start with the Whoniverse. And now he's working on the actual show. He's the voice of the Daleks and the Cybermen. And of course all the wonderful work he does with Big Finish. Mark Gatiss as well. Did a lot of work with them back in the day. It's always nice to see when fans get to actually work on the show, you know, especially ones that have contributed so much over the years. Chris Chibnall was, of course, a huge Doctor Who fan. Has appeared in some of the extras for Classic Who from back in his younger days. And I remember one in particular where they were talking about the trial of the Time Lord, and he was one of the fans they interviewed. So, what'd you think of it? It's like, it was all right. He didn't have a lot of nice things to say about it, but you know, it was kind of. I mean, to this day, I think Trial of the Time Lord is seen as kind of a mixed bag, but anyway, of course, he started off as a fan, and then well, he was the full-blown showrunner, and everybody hated him. So, I don't know. I enjoyed his work on Jodie's era. I liked that he tried to do some, you know, shake things up a bit. But, yeah. Anyway. I digress. I look forward to those new additions to the collection. Kind of odd they would even go out of print at all. I mean, it's like, well, you control all of that. Why would any of them be unavailable at all? Just make them, I don't know if they can do them on demand or what, but anyway. Hopefully some of the ones that have gone the way of the dodo will get re-released at some point. I turn it around so that the angle of the onion slopes away from my fingers, because I have had an incident in the past where it was angled towards my fingers and the knife slipped and I got a nice nasty onion juice filled cut. That was wonderful. It wasn't wonderful. That was sarcasm. Yeah. It was awful. Okay. There we go. So we got a couple onions in there. That should be fine. I think that's enough. Maybe. Just gonna break them up a bit. Oh, and of course when you do that, all the juices come out into your eyeballs. Alright. There we go. Good, good, good. Oh! Woohoo! There's some strong onions. That's good. That's good. It means you get that nice smell when they're frying up and that nice flavor. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we'll do the peppers. And then we'll do an ocean of potatoes. Yeah, you see why normally I go with the frozen hash browns, because I did check the prices on those. I was almost tempted to just get those. But I was like, nah, let's go the full 9 yards here. So it's, between getting Christmas organized again, my vacation to Victoria, BC in the new year, and getting rid of stuff for my moving plans, if I like Victoria, BC, there's a lot that I don't have time to advertise for cooking. Well, yeah, of course. Absolutely. Nick is also working with Jamie Anderson on the audio stuff for the Anderverse. I don't know what that is, but cool. I've never heard of that. One stray seed, which honestly wouldn't make a big difference because the seeds are pretty mild with these. Alright. Just do nice slices here. There we go. We'll slice all of these up here. Here we go. I guess can we just do these chaotically, kind of? There. That works. That actually worked really well. Okay. Just kind of bunch them together and off you go. Here we go. That actually worked really well. Okay, I think we found a faster way to cut the peppers. Excellent. I've discovered something amazing. I predict the potatoes will still take forever though. Stop stabbing the other one. You'll get your turn. There we go. And then you just kind of chop the few little ones there. Doesn't have to be perfect. It all becomes poop in the end. There we go. Looks good. this is definitely saving some time. Holy shit. I think that's the problem. I got too hung up on making them perfectly cubed. And it's like, you don't need them to be perfectly cubed. Just cut them up. Boy, this is saving some time. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever cut peppers this fast before. You can check all the previous videos and see for yourself. Anytime I've made breakfast hash. Yeah, when I make stir fry, it doesn't take too long because we just cut them into strips for that. Getting a nice mix in here, slowly but surely. Should we do the orange one next? A single yellow piece on there. Jamie is the son of Jerry Anderson, Thunderbird. Oh, nice. Very cool. So does that mean we're going to be getting some more Thunderbirds in some form at some point? Maybe a new Captain Scarlet or something? So they're doing audio adventures, I'm assuming, or? One of the things that always struck me about those shows was the outstanding model work, like the miniatures and stuff that they used. Always so detailed and just really cool. And it's really the only ones doing that, and they just had this sort of fantastical quality about them that the only thing that's similar that I can think of is a lot of the Japanese shows, like the tokusatsu shows and whatnot, where they would kind of do similar style of effects. But they were the only ones sort of doing them outside of Japan. Like there's a very distinctive kind of look to them, almost like, you know, almost want to say like toys brought to life, you know, kind of thing. Just cut in already. That didn't go so well. Some orange peppers. Okay. Cut these ones a little smaller just because there's only one of them, right? So some of that orange in there. What's funny is, as a kid, I wasn't a big fan of peppers. My parents would get pizza. It would be like deluxe pizza with peppers and onions, and I would always pick off the peppers and onions, so I just have the meat. But as I got older, I developed a taste for them, and well, as you probably noticed in my cooking videos, I use them quite frequently now, and I like them, and I even get pizza that has them. You know, like, wow, how times have changed. If only 12-year-old me could see me now. Rosie's always liked peppers. In fact, whenever I get peppers, I have to make sure I use them fairly quickly, otherwise she eats them. She just grabs one, cuts it up, and eats it as is. You know. Which is fine. I mean, I'm glad she likes healthy food, but so it just means that I have less to make whatever I wanted to make. But that's okay. I'm just glad that she eats healthy stuff. And she's big on fruit. Anytime we have fruit in the house, it's gone in a matter of days usually. So, yeah. So just kind of grab this, I guess. And oh, almost took a finger off there. I'm giving you guys little mini heart attacks as you're watching. Good. This is actually a horror stream, did you know? Two more peppers to go. Yes, they've released things for most of the Super Mario Nation shows. Cool. Yeah, I think I've seen some of them on the Big Finish website. They have like a section for the Anderson shows, which is pretty cool. I always regretted not getting all the DVD sets of those, because I was always quite impressed and kind of fascinated by them. I do have a set of Thunderbirds, a Region 2 DVD set that Little Retro Rocker sent me a while back. And then, of course, I've got that audio one that I think you sent me, Jet Blast. Which is pretty cool. I missed out. There was a Blu-ray of the two feature movies they did, Thunderbirds Are Go and Thunderbird 6. Twilight Time put out a double feature Blu-ray of the two of them, but unfortunately I missed it. I think I still have my DVDs of those two movies, so I at least have them in some form, if not the optimal form. And of course I also missed out on the Blu-ray set of the show. Well, all the Blu-ray sets of the show. They had a few, as I recall. Of course they did them all on film back in the day, so ideal candidates for Blu-ray. Last pepper. Stray seed. Alright, there we go. That is it for the peppers and onions. Let's give them a little swish around. There we go. I love all the smells of the fresh veggies. It's wonderful. You missed the Blu-ray releases as well? Yeah. There you go. Very nice. So that's going to give it tons and tons of flavor. It's going to be wonderful. Now, I guess we'll just keep cutting potatoes until we kind of fill that bowl up. How's that sound? Just keep going. I should mention also I haven't eaten today. This will be my first food. And I guess my only food. Because the last of the money was spent on it. So I'm just going to get the last of the potatoes out of this bag here. There we go. And we have another bag as well, so get these all washed here. Yes, please and thank you. Keep those donations coming, guys. Can't do cooking streams if I can't afford food. It's all up to you guys. So we'll cut these all fairly small, I think. Cut them all fairly small. kind of go with the size of the veggies and whatnot. And also they fry up a little faster when you cut them smaller, so. This is gonna be good. Oh yeah. I really like this. I haven't made this sort of properly in quite a while. And those of you who've seen my other breakfast hash videos will know I usually go with the frozen. This will be the first time I've made a big batch like this with nothing but fresh ingredients. So it's not that it's difficult, it's just it's time consuming because there's so much preparation involved, right? Especially when you're doing the potatoes yourself. I mean, you gotta cut them all up. But the nice thing about this type of thing is all of these vegetables freeze quite nicely. So you can make a big batch of it and just freeze them. Just portion them off and freeze them. And that's the meal prep portion of this, is you can do a whole bunch. Yep. Oh, sounds like my neighbors upstairs are chopping vegetables as well. They chop vegetables way faster than me. I hear them thump, 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 thump. I don't know how people can do that. Like I think I'm just too paranoid of cutting myself because I've cut myself before. So I tend to be overly cautious. But hey, I haven't cut myself in a long time, so obviously that's paying off. I did want to get bigger potatoes just so it doesn't take quite so long. But they were more expensive. We were on a really tight budget today, so I went with the ones that were on sale for $2. They're also like a third of the size of regular russet potatoes. So we have to cut up 3 times as many. But that's okay. It will be good. I think we can make this a little smaller. And when I fry them, of course, I use the extra virgin olive oil. So it's nice and light, has a nice flavor to it. I do sometimes add in a little bit of sea salt, but not always. I find more often than not, just the flavor of everything is enough, so you don't really even need to add salt. So there you go. Oh. So freaking hungry. I've had today's coffee. I didn't even finish the coffee. I should go and grab it, actually. Maybe once we chop up this first batch here, we'll grab the coffee, which I'm sure is nicely cooled to room temperature by now. The optimal way to drink coffee. Not really. It's like iced coffee, but not as cold. And it's like hot coffee, but not as hot. Lukewarm. So I wonder if this is like an ASMR type thing for some people. Watching me slowly, painfully cut vegetables. Well, hey. Happy to entertain in whatever way you find me entertaining. By the way, if the camera freezes or anything at some point, be sure to let me know, and I will fix it. You should be seeing me in live action chopping vegetables right now. Not animated. If I was animated, it would be like in the style of Thundercats or something. That classic 2D action adventure style that you know I love so much. Kind of a weird shape, eh? So when we go to fry them, I can do the meat in one pan and the veggies in the other. All the veggies in the other, and then just put them together after. Get a scoop of the meat, dump it into the nicely fried veggies, and that should be some good eating. Janky bit. Don't like the janky bits. I mean, you can probably eat them. They won't kill you, but they don't taste very good. That's fine. Are we full yet? Oh God, not even close. Alright, we're going to have to do a lot of potatoes, I think. I might need to take a short break. We'll finish up these ones and then maybe we'll take a short break. Then I'll come back and we'll cut up more potatoes. Yeah! That's entertainment, folks. You haven't injured yourself yet, so it can't be that painful for you. Well, no, other than the crippling, waning energy, starting to feel dizzy hunger. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm doing great. We'll be taking care of that forthwith. Once we get everything prepped here, the actual cooking doesn't take very long. However long it takes to fry everything up. I mean, I could technically fry some up with what we've already prepped, but I kind of want to get the full batch done, and that way everything is portioned a little more evenly than if I just kind of took a scoop to make some food right away. So, patience. You see, patience. Want everything to be more or less equally portioned across each leftovers, you know. I guess breakfast hash is something I haven't done in a very long time. I know it's something I used to do quite frequently. I think part of it was because it was a little triggering for me because there was someone that I used to be with who would help. She would cut up the vegetables for me, and it kind of became an activity that we would do together as a couple. And that meal specifically, breakfast hash, so it just kind of brought up memories that I didn't really want brought up. So I haven't done it in a long time. I'll be honest, it still kind of does, but it's distant enough now that, you know, I can distance myself from it. I just want some breakfast hash, damn it. I made this a few nights ago. I didn't do a stream of it, but made it a few nights ago. We had a couple of green peppers that were in kind of rough shape. They were a little bit bruised and had some mushy portions, so I just kind of cut around and got all the best bits I could from them, and then cut up an onion, and then cut up some potatoes like this, and made basically just I guess you call it a vegetarian breakfast hash, and it was really good. It was really good. And then the other night I just made this with onions, so just potatoes and onions. Pretty simple, but tasty. I enjoyed them. Which way does this go? It's like a puzzle. I'm trying to stack them the way they were. Is it like this? No. Is it like this? I can't fit these back together. What the hell? Is it like this? Ah, there it is. I got it. I like to align them the way they were originally, just because they cut a little more easily that way. A little more evenly. So, anyway. Hey, look at that. We got to the last potato. But it's not the last potato. It's the last potato from that bag. We have another bag. We have 5 pounds of potatoes in that bag. We're not going to cut up all 5 pounds, don't worry. We'd be here all night. This is looking good, though. We're definitely getting a good pile here. So this should give us some nice leftovers. We'll have a good hearty breakfast to enjoy for a few days at least. For all the prep, The one thing I do like about making this is it's delicious. And it's just such a hearty, satisfying breakfast that when you have it all prepped, it's really easy to make. You just grab a container out of the freezer, toss it in the pot, fry it up, and there you go. Like, for all the prep there is to make it, to cook up the leftovers, there's no prep at all. It's literally just throw it in a pan for a few minutes until it's, to your desired level of golden deliciousness. Hey, Mad TV, how's it going? You have a happy Halloween bowl that looks just like this? Yeah, that's what this is. This is a Halloween bowl. See, it's got bats and spider webs and crows and skulls and spiders and all kinds of stuff. I've been kind of using, I think I got this at the dollar store actually, but I've been using it as sort of my all-purpose mixing bowl ever since. And yes, I do use it as a Halloween candy bowl as well. A little bit of everything there. Alright, I'm going to take a short break, guys. I'll be back, and then we will continue. We have more potatoes to do. That was the remnants of the previous bag. We got this bag that we just got today. $2 for 5 pounds worth of potatoes. A good deal, man. A good deal. Alright, I shall return. Don't touch that dial. got my lukewarm coffee. So that was what, 8 potatoes? So I'm thinking we should make what, maybe chop up maybe a dozen more because they're small. So let's do that. A dozen more potatoes. Potatoes. Don't need the coffee filters for that. Kipper the dog. Yes, I don't know that one. Sounds British, simply because of the word kipper. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast. Let's see here. Two of these here. So that's 3. 4, 5, 6. Oh, a bigger one. 7, 8, 9. 10, 11. Yeah, gotta get a good one. Sure, 12. I'm gonna be so sick of cutting potatoes after that. Holy shit. Alright. But that's fine. It means we'll have a lot left over. So, breakfast for the next few days. Which is great. Afraid you lost me with that one. Yeah, no, I don't know that one. I don't know your weird, obscure kids shows, Mad. Why don't you watch something normal like Paddington or Dr. Snuggles? Ew, janky bit there. There you go. I'm betting I'm the only person that remembers Dr. Snuggles. I literally just remembered that show right now. Dr. Snuggles. I can't remember if it was British or Canadian or what, but it was fun. This cheerful, portly fellow. I don't really remember what it was about. He went on some kind of adventures, and I think he had a hot air balloon or something. I can't remember. There's probably clips of it on YouTube somewhere. Dr. Snuggles. What was I thinking when I said we'll do 12 potatoes? Future me will appreciate the effort of present me, because we will have lots left over. It's funny, I showed Rosie all of the ingredients that I bought, and I said, try to guess what I'm making, and she said, lasagna? Like, how do you get lasagna out of potatoes, peppers, and ground beef? Like, there's no cottage cheese, there's no pasta noodles, but somehow that all equaled lasagna. We had a good laugh. And she's like, meaty pasta? Again, no pasta, no sauce, so where are you getting pasta from? So, Kipper the dog is a character in a series of books from preschool age children. Oh, for preschool age children by British writer Mick Inkpen. The books consist of 34 titles. So I mean, it was a series of books. It wasn't a show. Interesting. The only sort of foreign kids stuff I was exposed to as a kid were things like, well, the aforementioned Paddington Bear. We got the show of that. But most people know Paddington because of the recent movies. But another one would be Asterix. Asterix and Obelix, the sort of Viking characters. And those were a series of books, sort of comics. The Adventures of Tintin, of course, was another one. Yeah. And there was a series of books I remember called Serendipity. Serendipity was a sort of a sea monster. And that was my introduction to the term serendipity, was this sea monster character. Just a little bit of jankiness there. We'll get rid of those. And, of course, the Little Miss and Little Mister books. Now I'm just talking about children's books in general. The Berenstain Bears. And yes, I did remember it with an E, not an A. So clearly I'm from another dimension. Hello. Oh, the show ran from 97 to 2000. Gotcha. Okay. I see. So there was a show. Yeah, that music that was on during the break there, everybody was jokingly calling it elevator music and Muzak. Yeah, I intentionally picked songs that had that sort of vibe to them because I thought like that's perfect for a cooking show. And they're all, as you may guess, from the YouTube audio library, just from some of their jazz musicians, basically. So just kind of pleasant, inoffensive, light music. You know, perfect for a pleasant, inoffensive, light cooking show. Go fuck yourself. No, just kidding. Well, unless you're being an asshole, in which case, yes, go fuck yourself. But, yeah. You remember Kipper? Oh, Gizmo, of course. Gizmo would remember, because he's from that side of the pond. Yeah, there was a lot of British children's shows, animated and otherwise, that just didn't seem to really make their way over here. I remember talking to a friend of mine from Scotland who was telling me about the Adventures of Willy Fogg, and I had never heard of it. He was quite taken aback by the fact that I'd never heard of Willy Fogg, and to the point where he actually went and rage purchased the DVD collection because he was just so blown away by the fact that I'd never heard of Willy Fogg. Now, funny addendum to that story, one of my British viewers, David Bunch of Numbers, who you guys will know from many a package opening, actually sent me that DVD set a while back. Says, I don't know if you've heard of this show, but this was like a staple of British television, children's television. I think I told him the story of like, actually I have heard of it, but in a kind of roundabout way. Was another friend of mine was quite taken aback that I hadn't heard of it, and rage bought the DVDs, and he thought that was pretty funny. So I do actually now have The Adventures of Willy Fogg. Another one was Dogtanian, who was kind of a take on the Three Musketeers, but he was a dog, and I have DVDs of that as well. Sherlock Hound, of course, was a popular one. That's made its way over here since. I think Discotheque put out a set of that. I have a Region 2 DVD set of that. Very nice Region 2 DVD set, actually. It looks like, oh, look at that. Oh! It's made to look like an old book, like of, I guess, Sherlock Holmes adventures, that kind of thing. It's quite nice. And I have yet to watch any of them. But it's nice to know I have them, that, you know, representation of British children's television. We didn't get a ton of those over here. The only one, sort of animated one that I used to watch, that you guys will know, is Count Duckula. Oh, we did get Danger Mouse as well, of course, from the makers of Count Duckula. Or rather, I guess Duckula was from the makers of Danger Mouse, technically. But yeah, we didn't get a lot of the other ones. Oh, we did get, oh, what was that one? It was another one about a bear. Jeremy or Jeffrey. I can't remember. But there was a lot of stuff back then. There was kind of an innocence about a lot of those old shows too that you don't see as much these days, even with sort of current preschool. Well, I guess you do kind of, like, you know, Teletubbies and Into the Night Garden those were pretty innocent, but they're different. They have like this surreal quality to them, where as an adult you can watch them while dropping acid and have a lovely time. But for kids, they're I don't know, different. Have this kind of strange magic about them. But there was something about those other ones, those old ones, that has just never quite been recaptured. Oh, one I really liked was Tales from the Riverboat. Did you guys ever see that one? It was basically with actual animals in live action, like guinea pigs and hamsters and gerbils and stuff. And it was their adventures, and they had these little, they would go on these little adventures, and there was this boat that they would go on and go down the river, and they had the voices dubbed over, so it would just be guinea pigs and hamsters and stuff just kind of randomly putzing about doing what they do, and they made little adventures out of it. It was very, very charming. I remember liking that one quite a bit. Danger Mouse, yeah, Danger Mouse is great. I have the DVD set of that. I really need to watch more of it. I've only watched the first couple discs, I think. But it's a lot of fun. Duckula I've watched quite a bit. I love Duckula, which I'm sure comes as no surprise to anyone. But yeah, that's good stuff. Alright, we're actually making pretty good progress here. Should be able to start cooking soon. Oh my god, I'm so fucking hungry. Yeah, that's fine. They don't all have to be tiny. Oh, The Giving Tree. Yeah, that's and The Giver, which is great if you like comedy, because the movie Pleasantville with Tobey Maguire. Oh, Pleasantville was great. I really enjoyed that one a lot. It was a lot of fun. Jeff Daniels is in that as well, and actually quite a cast in that, as I recall. That was such a fun idea, just kind of stuck in this Leave It to Beaver world, and he just kind of turns it on its ear. I like how they all turn to color when they discover sex. Hey, greetings, Wolf Den. Alright, so we gotta wash. So that's 5, we got 7 more. And then we should be good to go. Holy moly. I'm starting to get like sore just from all this vegetable cutting. So we've had one dono today from the always generous Jet Blast. 25 bucks added to the pot. Hoping to knock out that goal. We've only got till Sunday, and then it gets reset. We're doing weekly goals this month, see how that goes. We had a pretty good stream on YouTube yesterday. Actually got a good chunk of donos and super chats. So I'm thinking we're going to, maybe instead of doing 2 a week on YouTube, we might do 3 a week, and we'll see how that goes. It seems to be, definitely seems to be worthwhile. And I had a few people comment that they were really happy that I was streaming on YouTube, because for whatever reason they just can't sort of get Twitch to work for them, I guess. So you know, don't want anyone to feel left out of the fun. Especially when they're generous. I feel like I'm only cheating myself by not, you know, going where the people and where the money is, you know. So after we eat, we're probably going to carry on with editing. We've been making a lot of headway with the Resident Evil Village playthrough, getting that all edited with the intent of posting it for next Halloween. So it's coming along quite nicely. We've got 11 episodes in the can so far, so it looks like, and we're about halfway, so it looks like it's going to be around 20, maybe 21, 22 episodes by the time we're done. So it should be a good little saga of spookiness. I was doing the episode last night where I was stuck on that stupid puzzle in the dollhouse. It took for what felt like forever. It actually took about half an hour, but it felt like it took like 3 hours. So I cut that down a bit. Just included some of my funnier comments from my frustration of trying to figure it out. Oh, we're getting into the home stretch here. This was such an ambitious project, my God. But worth it. Worth it, because for all the prep we're having to do now, it means little to no prep to enjoy the leftovers later. Just grab a portion, chuck it in a pan, fry it up, done. Breakfast. It's looking pretty full. So quiet. We don't actually have the fans on right now. Also trying to conserve power. I figure we have the heat on. So I'm keeping the fans off for now. I'm going to save those pennies anywhere we can, you know. Do the end pieces a little bit here. got 3 full potatoes left. Stop. Just stop. Why do you keep rolling on every side I put you on? One of them has to stop. I think what it is, my back just doesn't like to stand up straight for long periods of time. I'm used to having the support of my chair. Getting old. So when we get all these potatoes in there, we'll do the nice satisfying swish around and mix everything up. And then we'll just grab a handful to toss in the pan. I think I need to clean my pans too. I'll do that after. This is why I normally just go with the frozen hash browns. You don't have to cut them all up. You cut up the peppers and the onions and you're done. And you just chuck in a bag of the frozen hash browns and you're all set, you know? That's it. So many. That looks like a janky bit. Yep. Yeah. Definitely a janky bit. Look at that. Look at that jankification. Maximum jankosity. Jankitude. Jankarama. Seriously, more? So annoying. Stop with all the janky bits. Oh my god, more. Is there gonna be anything left? I think I did 12 potatoes, holy shit. Oh, hear the tummy rumble? Did you hear that? That was me. The tummy knows what it needs. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine. It's because I cut it up, so it's... Speaking of gaming, I can't believe that Chrome Pumpkin skin is 50 levels to get. You better get going. Oh, really? Jesus. Yeah, I need to get on that too. I haven't played since we last played. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe once I get my Resident Evil videos edited, we'll celebrate with some fork knife. Not tonight, though. It'll be maybe tomorrow. Rosie's home from school tomorrow, day off, so might have to battle with her for the PlayStation. I'm sure it'll be fine. She generally plays when I'm sleeping, and when I get up, she goes off and watches Netflix or whatever with her friends. I know Blade just got that Chrome Pumpkin guy. But that should come as no surprise. He levels up faster than any of us. Plays like a madman. He tries to grind earlier in the season, so he doesn't have to grind so much later. Just smart, actually. It's a good way to do it. 7 weeks to do so. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we got time. Excellent. Yeah, I don't know that there's any that are super time sensitive right now. I didn't get the last Skywalker week one, but that's okay. It was only XP anyway. It's not like it was unlocking items. I can definitely foresee going up another 50 levels in the next 7 weeks. I mean, I have to. Gotta hit level 200, man. Gotta get all those bonus skins from the Battle Pass that I'm never gonna wear. It's important. It's the principle of the thing, you know? I have to work double this weekend. Don't think I'm going to be able to even play till Sunday night, like late, like 2, 3 a.m. Oh, geez. I'll probably be done. I'm trying not to play late at night so much because, of course, I get loud. I'm hoping we have some money so I can get some in the next little bit so I can actually get some weed again. It'd be nice. It does work wonders for my depression, I will say. It's not just purely for pleasure. Well, I mean, that pleasure basically works wonders for my depression. Okay. Done. Look at all that. That is a lot of stuff. Holy moly. So let's mix this all up. So we got 3 different kinds of peppers. We got yellow, orange, and red peppers. We cut up a couple onions. Just mixing this all up. And there we go. Look at that. You smell? It smells so good. Alright, good. So that is done. So now, let's get cooking. That was a lot of prep. Holy shit. It's literally been the entire stream so far is just cutting vegetables. But as I say, future me will be appreciative of the effort. Oh. A joint is your cup of coffee? Yeah. I like both. Well, it's edibles for me because I don't allow the smokables here, but that's okay. Also want to just generally replenish my vitamins. A lot of them have been out for a while and I'm starting to feel the effects. Basically, all the physical benefits that those vitamins were giving me have worn off, and now I'm really feeling my age. So, yeah, keep those donos coming, guys. It's literally for my health. Mental and physical health. And being able to eat. Alright, I just need to give the stove a clean here so you can just stare at my lovely cut up vegetables. Really wish I got some green ones. I feel like it's missing the green color there, but normally I would get both. We'll be cooking this up as well, the lean ground beef. Gotta clean our pan, we'll do that in a moment. I'm just going to give the stove a wipe down here. And this as well. This stove will be going the way of the dodo soon, whenever they get around to giving me my replacement. It's taken almost a year, can you believe that? I was doing a cooking stream when this stove died, actually. It was my birthday. Of course it was. Okay? Of course it was my birthday. So, since this is going to be chucked, I'm not overly concerned about keeping it super clean anymore. Not sure if I need to, I think I need to clean the other one as well. I'll do both of them. So I'll do the meat in one, the veggies in the other, and then we should be good to go. And then we'll portion off the leftovers, and that'll be that. Okay. Oh yeah, Rosie was going to do pierogies in these the other night, and I said, do them in the other one. The other one's more non-stick than this one these days. It's almost getting to the point where I need to get new pans again. You know how it goes. They only last for 2 years, and then you got to replace them again. As much as you try to keep them clean, and keep that non-stickiness, it does eventually wear off. Ow. just gonna fill up the get all our stuff in here, just kind of get it off the counter. Stiff. Soak this bowl as well. I don't know if Rosie's going to want any, but if she does, it'll be there for her. Let's get you guys over to the stove, shall we? Oh, for fuck's sake, I don't even want to know what that was. I think I know what it was. Remember when I had that blackout the other day? I think that was a tray of the tea lights that just fell over. Yep, that's what it was. I knew it. Okay, let's see here. Let's adjust the view for you. Well, hey, Michael, I'd buy it just based on that pitch alone. Especially with the addition of Giga Chad. See, I knew the Giga Chad emote was the right way to go. Alright, just down a little bit. Okay, good. You guys can see everything. So, I'm just going to, now that I got it perfectly lined up, I'm going to move you. Because I need water. Realize the only thing I've had today at all was coffee. Just over a smidge. All right, now let's get cooking. So we put in some olive oil. Don't need a ton of olive oil, but enough to, you know, make it crispy. And put that on 7 of 10. So we're basically just going to dump a bunch in here. More. That should be good. Basically enough to cover the bottom. look how much we got left. Oh yeah, baby. This was definitely the right call. Holy shit. Just gonna that nice fresh ground beef. That's the good shit. A little bit that got squished. And put that on 7 as well. Now in terms of this, we'll season it a little bit. We want to make it kind of breakfasty. There we go. Also, I find at the higher heat it seems to be less likely to stick. So seasoning. The big one for breakfast stuff is sage. I want the sage. Put that all over. There we go. And we'll put a little bit of marjoram leaves. Marjoram. Just a little bit. And we'll do some red pepper flakes just for a little bit of zip. And some pepper. Don't need a lot because we don't have a lot of stuff. And that's pretty much it. And then basically we just kind of... It's similar. It's a similar blend to what I use for the when I make breakfast sausages. So it's basically the same. I'm just going to take all our veggie innards and dump them in the garbage here. Don't want to forget. Do not want to forget that. Yeah, getting some sizzle going already. Nice thing about this, you got any vegetarians in the family, they can just have this, and you can save this for you. That was the thing with the aforementioned individual. I offered to make a vegetarian version because she was vegetarian. So, well, vegan, technically. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm the only person that likes breakfast habits. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's smelling good already. I guess normally I would mix the spices in before putting the meat in, but whatever. It all gets mixed up anyway because we break it all up. Yeah, see, this meat isn't going to take very long. Normally when I make this, I get a bigger portion of meat, but as I say, funds were tight this week, so just kind of got what we could. And that's that. So might use most of this meat tonight and then get another batch tomorrow just to have some to add into the leftovers. I just wanted to really, this is mainly to just have something for tonight and today and first part of tomorrow. And then tomorrow I got a little bit of money coming, so probably get us a roast or something. I don't know. We'll see. Some more ground beef. Also, normally with the breakfast stuff, I use ground pork rather than ground beef. But the beef was cheaper, and it doesn't shrink as much when you cut it or when you cook it. The pork is fattier, so I wanted something a little lighter. Yeah, see, look at this, is almost done already. Does not take long. See, look how fast this is after getting all the prep done, right? It's ridiculous. It's like 95% prep. Yeah, this is just about done. I'll just give that a little bit more time, and then I just gotta wait on the veggies. See if Rose wants some. Rose is zonked out, so I guess it's just us. That's okay. As I say, the nice thing is, with all the prep done, all of this is super, super easy to make. Alright, meat is done. It smells nice and breakfasty. I'm a big fan of breakfast stuff, and even though I don't actually make breakfast that often, I love breakfast stuff. Love bacon, eggs, hashbrowns, whatever. Love it all. There we go. This has got me thinking of old shows like Spot the Dog and Barney the Dog, not the dinosaur. Yeah, Chrome Punk is 50, almost halfway there. I see Blade has it already, which I think means next season's move back. It's supposed to end December 2nd, but 7 weeks from now is way past that. Unless that's one that carries over across the season, I don't know. Greetings, Cinema Mike. Oh, sorry to hear that, Luna Moon. Like, I would make the worst vegan in the world. I love eating animals. I'm the same way. Love breakfast food, but never eat actual breakfast. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, is like, I love breakfast food, but when I wake up in the morning, I don't feel like putting in all the effort to make a pile of food. Which is one of the reasons I like doing this, just as a meal prep thing. Because then I can just grab one out of the freezer and fry it up. And it's minimal effort for maximum benefit, you know? And then I enjoy some nice hearty breakfast hash. If you feel so inclined, you could just, you know, scramble some eggs on the side. I've done that before. It's quite yummy. Scrambled eggs probably the easiest breakfast food to make, other than, you know, toast and peanut butter. Oh man, I haven't had toast and peanut butter in so long. We've been out of bread for ages. Bread is kind of pricey here. The local dollar store used to sell it, but they haven't for quite some time. I don't know what's up with that. So, yeah. Oh well. You know, when you have this on the sort of medium-high heat like this, you got to keep it going, otherwise it'll keep moving it around. Otherwise it gets overdone. Already a couple onions stuck to the pan there, but that's fine. For the most part, these are both still fairly non-stick. I've managed to keep them alive, but I could definitely do with some new pans. So for this, I just put it all in a big dragon bowl. With a spoon. You can eat it with a fork as well if you like. It's all a matter of personal preference. But I'm lazy, and I find that with the spoon, it's easier to just get a nice scoop of hash browns, you know, and off you go. Oh, this smells so good. Holy moly. Try to get as much of it flat on the bottom as you can so it all cooks together. So that should give us quite a lot of leftovers, actually. That's going to be really good. I'll have to put it away fairly quickly, though, because you don't want to leave the fresh stuff out, especially the potatoes, I find. Oh, your Terrifier 1 and 2 Blu-ray turned up today. Nice. A penny refund. 1 whole penny, eh? That's awesome. We're true to our word. Here's your penny back that we erroneously overcharged you. Terribly sorry. No need to sue us. You got your penny. That's funny. Yeah, I definitely plan to check those out soon. I've got digital versions of them. The Art the Clown Saga. So we'll watch those in the Discord at some point in the foreseeable future. I probably could have put a little more oil in there. Oh well. So we're going to eat first, and then I'll come back and do the put away the leftovers. We will eat first because I'm frickin' starving. Frickin' starving. See, to any ladies watching, I can cook. I will make food for you. You just relax. You sit on the couch watching your shows, and I will bring you food. And it will be delicious. What a catch. I take great joy in cooking for the ones I love. Well, I don't know. I mean, this is probably about done. Doesn't take that long. It's not like super crispy the way I normally like it, but that's okay. I find when you cook it with the veggies, it doesn't tend to get as crispy. I guess unless you cook it longer, but just because of all the added moisture from the peppers and the onions, and of course the fresh potatoes themselves. So, you know, some might feel inclined to dry them a little bit. I don't know, like soak them on a paper towel or something before putting them in the pan, but I can't be bothered. It's not that big a deal. Still tastes good. There we go. Yeah, I think we're done. And that's it. So, let's serve it up, shall we? There we are. Just take that off the heat. And we'll grab a scoop of meat. Mix that in there. Maybe a little more. I'm feeling hungry. Now, I was just rinsing the spatula there. So just mix that all up. Oh yeah, this is going to be hearty. And look at that. Voila. Easy. And it only took 5 minutes. No. Just, no. Let's get you guys back over to the desk, shall we? And we will chow down. Because the Z-Man is freaking hungry. Whee! Okay. I think we'll get some of these things out of the way. There. Turn off all the excess lights. Really? It's gonna be stupid. Like, come on. I hate putting it on the top here. It's so... Okay, holy crap. Can you just stay? Alright, good enough. Plug the tablet back in there. All right, finally. My message got held for review. Took me a second to figure out why. Now I see it. I approved it. Where did it go? Maybe I denied it. No, it's because you used the term fatty. Fatty meat. Hmm. Take out the potatoes, add some mushrooms, 2 jars of dolmio sauce plus, I mean tomato sauce, plus some spaghetti, and you got a spaghetti bowl. Yeah, that's true. Mm. I may have actually put a little too much meat in here, but that's okay. I don't mind. Mm. Damn, that is exactly how I imagined it would taste. Mm. Mm. I've been up for like 6 hours. This is the first food I've had all day. And I'm on kind of a diet where you only eat for 8 hours out of the day. So I guess this counts as my first food. Yeah, I will not be eating for the full 8 hours today. Mm. And you fast for the other 16. But of course you're asleep for 8 of those 16 at least, so. Or 10 in my case, because I tend to sleep long when I can. Meat you can eat? No, it was because you used the word fatty, even though we were just talking about fatty meats. Because, you know, it can be used as an insult term. Mm-hmm. Why was Discord closed? All right. Mm. Delish. Would definitely recommend. Oh, hi, Crolatin. Oh, Dolmio is a brand of sauces. You are taking my words too literally, Crolatin. I was saying it as a bit. You did nothing. It's like it's a bit. I didn't understand what you were talking about.
Like, how could you have done it? It needs to be tied into my account because it's my Better Twitch TV account and my Discord account. I need to activate it. So, that was it. Wow. Um, the There was a big tree that was taken out of our yard the other day. We're in kind of a gated building, and they had to tear down some of the fence to take the tree out. So it's like the gate is still there, but you can literally just walk around it. So, oh god, what a pain in the ass. I thought I was just activating it for the Discord as a whole. Well, half the people aren't even going to bother with that because effort. But at least they can use they can use them on YouTube. It should be working next time. It's been dying for the last year, and a big limb broke off in the wind the other night and had to be pulled off the power line. It's time. Looks like it's going to cost about $2,500. Oh, lovely. Lest you destroy the rest of the neighborhood in the next windstorm. Mm-hmm. So anyway, anyone who has Better Twitch TV and is on our Discord, you can connect the two now. But here's the catch. We can only use those additional emotes if the server is boosted. No boost, no emotes. It's not like everyone was gung-ho to boost the server when we started it. Now nobody bothers. Well, keep the donos flowing and I'll do it my own damn self. Still need to get the lifetime subscription to Me6. So I don't have to keep manually posting my videos all the time. This is damn good. Holy shit. I think you are literally the one, Mike. So come on, guys. Don't leave it all up to Mike. Everybody chip in. Boosts are cheap. They're only like $3 a month. If I had $3 a month, I would do it. But you're all richer than me. Ah, damn, that was good. This is my Game of Thrones mug. Winter is coming. Yeah, everybody jumped on when they I think it was Epic Game Store offered a free month of Nitro or something, and it came with 2 boosts. So everybody did that, so we got to enjoy all these high-end features for like a month. And then after that ran out, everyone stopped. Nobody's been boosting. So Mike's been the only one who's been consistently boosting. You get a different colored username too. There's lots of you get a different colored username. We can do our screenings in 1080p instead of 720. You unlock emotes from other servers and from Twitch, or specifically the better Twitch TV ones. Like you can write longer messages. You can post bigger pictures. Like there's a lot of reasons to boost. We get a lot of additional features, even just going to level 2. No, dude, it doesn't take long to Google to find out. Shadow Gremlin is confused about the banned episode of Ultra 7, saying, it didn't seem all that offensive, so it must be incomplete. No. It's... no. Typety, typety, type. Huh? Oh, you're seeing whatever I was typing? Well, it's like, it must not be complete because it didn't seem all that offensive to me. It's like, no, it's talking about the banned episode of Ultra 7, episode 12 specifically. And it's like, no, it's very likely complete. It's just, you're not understanding what was offensive about it because you're not Japanese. It's very much a Japanese cultural thing. The reason that particular episode was considered offensive, for those who are curious, was because of the design of the Monster of the Week. People felt it was a little too close to what victims of the Hiroshima bombings looked like in terms of markings on the creature that looked to be very similar to the scarring from radiation burns and such that Hiroshima survivors suffered. And apparently in Japanese culture there was a lot of prejudice towards those people for some reason. So they felt that the episode was in poor taste because a creature appeared to be designed after those types of people and their resultant injuries. I mean, it's not like it's their fault that they have all this scarring and, injuries, but it just seems, yeah. The prejudice itself is very insensitive, and the fact that they designed a monster to kind of mock that, or at least that was the thinking, was it seemed to be mocking that, was also considered insensitive. So that episode was only ever broadcast that one time. It did show up in English dubbed repeats on some other channel at some point. So there are copies out there in circulation if you're curious and want to see it. And they do seem to be assembled from different sources to make it as complete as possible. So you can get it with both the English and Japanese audio, but you won't find it on any of the home video releases. So, yeah. Well, yeah, it does have a little trouble thinking outside the box sometimes, but that's okay. He's generally a good guy. He just needs to be edumacated a bit once in a while. That's okay. Yeah, episode 12 of Ultra 7 was banned in Japan because it offended Hibakusha victims of the atomic bombings due to the design of the alien Spell. The alien was named Spell, which resembles an atom bomb survivor complete with keloid scars. Hibakusha are subject to terrible discrimination in Japan, and the episode was regarded to be in poor taste. So that was why. And posted a couple of things in the anime manga tokusatsu board on Discord if you'd like a little bit more information about it. Burf. Oh, I feel so much better now. Holy shit. I was like literally dizzy from hunger. And it took so long to prep all that. Starving to death. I feel much better now. Very ignorant of the world of manga and anime. I am not. Tokusatsu I'm not as familiar with. It's something I've been curious about for a while. I didn't realize just how much there is until Mill Creek started releasing all the Ultra shows. Obviously I knew about Power Rangers and Super Sentai, but there's like even more beyond that. Like it goes on and on and on. It's massive. But anime I'm fairly familiar with, mostly older stuff. I'm not as familiar with a lot of the newer stuff. So a lot of the sort of younger fans, they talk about all their favorite shows or make little references to things from their shows. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Some anime, that much I've determined, but beyond that, I have no idea what you're talking about. So, yeah. Well, all the more reason we should watch some in the Discord. I've got quite a few that I'd love to watch with you guys. And a lot of them are quite short. Some of them less so. But, you know, like I'd like to watch Robotech with everybody. That's a fun one. I'd like to rewatch Go Lion and Die Rugger. Those are great. And, what else? I don't know. Bunch of stuff. Got some good horror ones, like the Vampire Hunter D movies, and Devil Hunter Yoko, and Vampire Princess Miu. Those are all good. And short. Hellsing. Do I have Hellsing? Yeah, I have Hellsing. I have the first adaptation of Hellsing, which has the most amazing music. Yes, indeedly doodly. Monster of the week. Yeah, yeah. Brittany Murphy died? I didn't know that. 2009, apparently, age 32. Crazy. I had no idea. I know, back in the day, her and Katie Sackhoff got confused as being the same person. Katie did look a lot like her when she was in her 20s. I thought in Halloween Resurrection that was Brittany Murphy, but no, it's Katie Sackhoff. In fact, Halloween Resurrection is her first movie. Oh, interesting. Well, I think I'm going to go have my post starvation aversion smoke, and then and then I'm going to put all those leftovers away, and then we'll come back and we'll carry on with editing Resident Evil Village. All right. And for those of you who are just watching the cooking stream on YouTube, thanks for joining me.
and we'll see you next Sunday. All right.